I dated a man that I didn't even like. He was mean, cold, treated me poorly, and I stayed anyway. And child, your girl was delusional. And half of y'all out here, yeah, you, I'm talking to you, y'all delusional too. See, everybody keeps saying there's piss in the pool. Or are you the one pissing in the pool? Maybe you're the turd in the pool too. Is the issue unrealistic expectations? Or is it social media? Or maybe you're one of these people that want to keep your peace. Men want women to be submissive, but they don't want the accountability or the leadership. Women want high value men, but they ain't out here offering high value peace. See, everybody wants these things, but are they prepared for what they're asking for? Because we want people to be emotionally available, but we ourselves don't want to do therapy. The problem isn't your standards. The problem is your damn delusion. And baby, there's delusion on both sides. Let's talk about the mirage. Okay. See, people look good. They profile pics look good. Makeup flawless. Body tight. The conversation's good. The energy feels good. All at first. But what's really underneath? After about the 30-day mark, when that mask starts to come off, what's really under there? Because we all meet someone who's giving us their representative. But we also give out that representative too, y'all. Don't lie to yourself. You got your representative too. And so now when you look over at this person, you don't know who in the hell you done got in the pool with. You don't know who you swimming with. And that person is completely different than what you thought. And that's why people are exhausted. That's why people are tired. That's why people are hopping out of the dating pool and giving it that good old side eye. Love isn't impossible, but authenticity is what's rare. The pool isn't toxic because of the water. The pool is toxic because you get in it with your piss. You get in the pool being a turd. What I mean by that is this: accountability. And Miss Clayton's going to hold herself accountable. Because I know I've been part of the problem. I know I done pissed in the pool. See, there was a season in my life where I wasn't looking for love. I was looking for comfort. And there was a man in my life who had been clear. He didn't want a relationship. He said things to me that were mean. He treated me poorly in ways that I would never accept today. But the thing about it, y'all, is I didn't push back. I didn't correct him when he was wrong. I didn't defend myself. And I didn't say, this doesn't work for me. And I let him believe that I was just okay with the sex. Now, don't look at Miss Clayton funny now, because we all adults and y'all know what I'm talking about. Having someone even in a situationship was better than me having to deal with my grief alone. Not because I didn't know better, but because I was numb and he was a distraction. But here's the part I have to own. When he talked about the future, when he talked about what he wanted long term, I stayed silent. I never said I want that too. And I kept all my desires to myself. Not because I didn't have them, but because I didn't feel strong enough to require them. And that wasn't peace, y'all. That was self abandonment. And then you take that and you pissing in the pool. And let me be even more honest, y'all. I liked what he could do. I liked the convenience. I liked that he was handy. And I liked the routine. But I didn't actually like him as a person. See, his character wasn't in alignment with the type of person I was. His lifestyle wasn't in alignment with my morals or my values. And I knew that. I knew that I deserved better. And I knew that I wanted more. But I stayed anyway because I got comfortable. And comfort will keep you in places your standards will never allow you to go. And that's the part we don't talk about. Not because we're confused, but because we're comfortable. We're comfortable with not having to be vulnerable. We're comfortable because it's convenient. We're comfortable because it doesn't require anything from us. So when we talk about peace in the dating pool, sometimes it's not games. Sometimes it's emotional unavailability. Sometimes the person you come across, or sometimes you yourself may be numb. Numb people will accept dynamics that healed people won't. Back then, I didn't have the capacity for emotional vulnerability. Back then, I didn't have the capacity for real partnership. And because I didn't have it, I tolerated things I would never tolerate now. Dating didn't break me. My grief did, and my silence did. Baby, I told y'all Miss Clayton was going to come out the vault with some things of her own. You got to get uncomfortable, and you got to be vulnerable, because that's the only way you're going to grow, baby. Let's talk about this my peace is non-negotiable era. I believe in peace, but peace requires vulnerability too, y'all. But let me ask you something. Is it peace or is it avoidance? Because real peace still leaves room for vulnerability. See? And some of y'all out here, baby, with walls sky high. See, can't nobody get in because you're protecting yourself so tough. Let them walls down now. And I get it. Control feels safe. Much safer than connection. Control means you don't have to risk disappointment. Love involves risk. People out here don't want love because they're not willing to take that risk. A lot of y'all out here just want the comfort. I know. It's so peaceful over here, Miss Clayton. I ain't got no drama. I ain't dealing with baby mamas and baby daddies and kids and high value men with low value wallets. And don't get me started, y'all. It takes a few bad experiences, a few bad manipulators, a few gold diggers for you to step out of the pool and side eye the water. Take a step back and ask yourself, are you the one pissing in the pool? Because sometimes we get in the pool and we let it go. I'm going to say this about that's the part no one wants to admit out loud. Social media Did social media ruin dating? What social media did was amplify the ego. That's right. It made your head big. Because, see, you can get on social media and you can paint whatever picture you like. You can put on all the filters to cover up your shit. And with that, you got everybody thinking that someone better is just a swipe away. We don't really date people anymore. We date potential upgrades. We date statuses. We date profile pictures. And when you meet someone solid, instead of asking, is this person healthy? Is this a healthy situation for me? You ask if you can find better. Social media has allowed for comparison, and comparison is killing contentment. Fantasies are now being labeled as standards. So, dating isn't broken, but our emotional capacity is. Maybe if you've ever felt guarded or you've ever felt like, man, is this person real? Go ahead and drop a 100 in the comments. And if you ever had to admit that you stayed somewhere because it was comfortable, go ahead and drop that fire sign. It's okay to be honest. Next week, I'm going to bring a couple guests in, and we're going to debate this properly. Are our expectations unrealistic? Did social media really ruin everything? I'm going to need y'all to keep y'all head up and hit that subscribe button. And don't make me come look for you, baby. That man didn't get the real me. He got the numb version. And that situation taught me something. Sometimes we aren't looking for peace, but what we really want is an escape. Sometimes we blame the dating pool when we're the ones pissing in it, when we're half healed in it. So the uncomfortable truth is, some of these people aren't playing games. They're numb. They're afraid. They're avoiding vulnerability. And if you're not careful, you'll link up with someone who's looking for comfortability and not partnership. And that part right there is sometimes why peace has to be non-negotiable. I had been honest with myself. I was in a place of survival mode. And those two things are very different. And protecting your peace isn't about avoiding people. It's about recognizing who's emotionally available and who's just looking for comfort. It doesn't matter how clear the water looks if nobody wants to swim. And as y'all know, healing ain't pretty, but it's powerful. Let's grow through what we go through.